Okay. Greetings and salutations, YouTube. Zahi, back with another video. Really hope I'm in frame. But yeah, I'm going to stand a bit more back so I look like I'm in frame. So yeah, number video 21. If my calculations serve me correct, that's 3 weeks. 3 whole weeks of being consistent. Which, I don't know about you, but that's a huge milestone for me. And it truly means a lot to me, I must say. You know, it's something I wouldn't have thought as possible, especially for other areas where I am consistent. I normally do it for the cause, right? I never do it for me. But yeah, big production updates. And now half of you guys, or none of you guys, I should say, are thinking, where's the new background? I have to tell you something. So I wasn't able to print out the backgrounds. But, a week from now, this will be sorted. The lighting will be sorted. I will be shooting my videos much more earlier in the day because, now it's like pitch black outside, you know? Yeah. So let's start off with the 3 aspects. Discipline. Have I been disciplined today? I would say so. Yeah. Basics, chose water over cold drinks. My water intake has been increasing quite well. And yeah, consistency, videos. Also with my workouts, right? One thing that does tie back to discipline, which is the fact that one, mid-workout, I'll have the thought of, you know what? Let's just do 2 sets. Not 2 sets, 1 set. And get it over with, right? At least you did something. Now, in my head, that was acceptable back then. But now, it's subpar, mediocre. It's easy mode, right? So just settle down with the bare minimum. And that's not me, guys. Nor will it ever be me. It was me, but it won't be me moving forward. And hard work. I have been putting in the hard work with these workouts, Even if I, like I said, struggle to have the mentality, I'll say, do you want to stay the exact same person you are? Or do you want to be that guy you always dream about being about? Yeah. But at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, is it truly necessary? And to that answer, hell yes. It's definitely necessary. And before I forget, damn, let me just move this out of the way. Okay, there you go. Before I forget, with today, I've experienced something that I've kind of been ignoring for quite some time, which is isolation, loneliness, that kind of thing. And sooner or later, my school is gonna find this out, find out about this channel. Shucks. And they're probably gonna say, "Oh, but I was always your friend." Bro, let's be honest. Were you really there? Or were you there just because you had the same classes as me? Your mates weren't there for one day, you know? And also, one thing to think here is that I experienced this like it's a lesson, you know? What I mean by lesson is not something that you learn, but in school or when you have classes, let me say that. I experience this like I have a class every singular day. Even on weekends. Yes, even on weekends, I have lonely classes, right? And shucks, man, is it one hell of a devastating class to be in. Because, I mean, even at break, I find myself sitting alone, find myself eating alone. You know, especially with my interest, views, opinions, morals, they don't fit in my age group slash age category. And that really bums me out, man. It's more or less what I'm trying to get at. I'm lonely even if I'm in social situations. Yeah, it is quite common nowadays for either young kids or adults who are trying to find themselves. But let me just remind you guys one thing and one thing only that I've said 2 videos ago. I'm just a kid. Heck, even my bio says just a kid trying to make the changes. I am making the changes. The changes are being made. But what's one thing not being changed? What's one thing that's not being done? Getting proper friends. I should just say that. And to those who are watching right now, you might probably relate to this one way or another. The fact that you don't have those good friends, right? Before I forget, yeah, this is a Pokemon card I got. I know it's not real, but looks good. It's an Omnion. It's cute, you know. Rainbow DNA, Prism Beam GX. Going back on topic here. It's like I struggle every day just to make social interactions enjoyable. And yeah, it's a very weird topic to speak about, but I can't just, ignore it. It's right in my face. It's like this camera right now. How can I ignore a big camera that's watching me right now in this confined space? You just can't. It's going to be following your every movement, no? So how else are you supposed to ignore it? Shove your face down a pillow, cover it over? Could work. But if you do turn over, when you do turn over, you're still gonna see that same exact camera watching you. At what cost? Cost that you're always being watched. And I'm trying to put this into context so it's easier to understand for those who aren't getting it. But picture this. You walk into your school facility, right? You see all of these friend groups, these couples, everywhere you look. And you're that one singular person walking to your class to sit there and wait for the lesson to start. Every single day. In the mornings, you get to school, uni, work, see all of these friend groups. Why don't you go join them? Because their morals don't align with you. One reason. And that example I just gave to you guys is something I go through on a daily basis. Yeah, it's quite, expected for a kid my age to be going through this, but when is it going to end? Come on, man. When is it going to end? And I'm happy that I'm, starting to put a bit more effort into the editing now, where I record these videos slightly sooner, edit them, and take out, the silences, and just make the clips more enjoyable now. But what would you do if you were in my shoes? Would you A, sit around people, let's just label them as degenerates for this case, you know? They always talk about negative things, you know, things you don't know that you aren't interested in, don't have a clue about, things that you dislike, them playing down on you, making fun of you. Do you really want to be in that environment? Chances are you won't. So you'll rather choose solitude over society. Shucks, I can't speak. But that's forever the case. I always choose solitude in cases where I see groups, men, girls, women, and everything between alike in one group, and them just being, hey, come here, you know? It's like the MC's first day in an anime, first day in high school, where they have all of these, you know, hey, join our club, join our book club, join our literature club, you know? Like, if there was a literature club, sure, I would join, you know? Like, without second guesses, but at what? The cost of my sanity. Man, I don't want to be at school for the whole weekend stuck on one frame. Like, bro, yeah, if you get that reference, shucks, man, that's some ball game you have there. But back to the point I was trying to make. What I go through on a daily basis is something that I've not subjected myself to by choice. I've been subjected to because of the way other people act. And I know it sounds very, very bad to say this, but I might just start promoting this channel. Because the one way to get help is to ask. The one way to get help is to go seeking for knowledge. I can't just post these videos every single day on YouTube expecting for, I don't know, Mother Teresa to pull up in the comments speaking about some, hey, this might help you out in this situation, and that situation might be because of, you see, there's never going to be a case of that. So what am I thinking of doing? Probably in my week's hiatus from school, I might just promote all of these videos that I have now. Sure, it's going to take a dang near time, but it's 100% going to be worth it. You know, I get that exposure of being on the internet as any teenager should do. I guess I should say late bloomer should do, because I'm I'm an old teenager. I'm not too sure what in American rankings this is, but I'm technically the senior of my school, right? I'm not sure if that's sophomore, senior, but I guess you could say I'm nearing super senior, right? In high school, because the moment I matriculate, I'm I'm the age anyone would matriculate in, 18. But I have to go through a whole nother year of me being in situations where I don't find enjoyable. And before this thing turns into a whole, I don't know, rant about how I suck at making friends, I'm gonna call it there and probably make a part 2 of this video, because there is more that I do want to speak on without making it long. And it's roughly like 15 minutes that I'm recording for now. But I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you do, just subscribe. like comment down something down there. It would really mean a lot to me, especially in this point where I feel like I need to start promoting myself more. I have 21 videos, 80 views, 0.9 watch hours, and I'm planning to change that, you know. Maybe by the end of this year, I might have 1,000 views, and I'm hoping to have somewhere between 50 to 100 subscribers. But if more comes, I will I'll happily accept it with open arms. No, I know there's power in the tongue, so what I should say is, by the end of this year, I'm trying to get, at least 10,000. 10,000 views, 10,000 subs, you know, averaging full watch hours, become what I earn on YouTube, fund my bucket lists, and yeah, just go on from there. Start living the life I always wanted to. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If it does relate to you in one way or another, let me know down there. And as always, Godspeed. I'll see you in the next one. And cut. Gosh, that was a long video.